Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our second semifinal matchup coming up. We're going to have Lamonte Thomas, Russ Taliaferro, and Robb Johnson bringing you the broadcast. The start lineups are about to get underway. The LegacyMaker Sports Network will be back with you in just a second.
What's going on, everybody? Lamonte Thomas, LegacyMaker Sports Network. I'm here in the Henrico Sports and Events Center with Robb Johnson and none other than Russ Taliaferro. We are here to bring you the semifinals matchup between the 8-10 St. Louis Billikens 7th seed versus the 6th-seeded Rhode Island Rams. Guys, winner of this goes on to the finals to face the University of Richmond Spiders for all the marbles tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Let's introduce the starting lineups, starting with the St. Louis Billikens. You got Kyla McMakin, 17.3 points per game. She's the leading scorer. Kennedy Calhoun, 5.1 points a game. Brooklyn Gray, 11.4. Peyton Kennedy, who caught fire in yesterday's game, 15.9 points per game. And Markavia Shavers, 4.4 points a game. And then Rhode Island side, Sophie Phillips, 10.7 points per game, the point guard. You got Inez DeBra, 4 points a game. Dee Dee Davis, the star we spoke to yesterday at Rhode Island, 11.9 points a game. Anel Dutat, 4.8 points a game. And Maye Torre, second team all-conference for the 8-10, 12.7 points per game. Robb, what are you looking forward to in this matchup, Rhode Island versus St. Louis?
I'm looking for two teams, a 7 versus 6 seed. Looking for two teams that are going to be aggressive. I'm favoring I'm favoring the Lady Billikens after what I saw the other day and for what I saw against VCU. So I'm going to have to get to the St. Louis Lady Billikens. Honestly, when it comes to strategy, I just think it comes down to who's going to make the less mistakes.
Okay. Russ, what are you looking forward to in today's matchup?
I'm looking to see if St. Louis can continue the hot streak they had yesterday. Peyton Kennedy has been very efficient the first 2 games she's been over this weekend. St. Louis, though, Dee Dee Davis is still a threat. 20 points in both games she's played too as well. So I'm looking to see if she can continue what she's doing too.
Yeah, both teams come in here with a hot hand, right? They both had to make upsets yesterday. You know, a real crazy game with St. Louis taking over VCU, taking them out. Peyton Kennedy caught fire. They played so brilliantly. Kennedy Calhoun, even though she fouled out, I think at the end she got close to fouling out. She was amazing. The Rhode Island Rams, very tough game they played yesterday. Tammy Reese and the squad was fired up last night as they got the win. They know that knocking off St. Joe's was a big one. So both teams coming off upsets, both teams looking to continue the magic and make it to the finals today.
And, you know, this is Rhode Island's first trip. If they can make, they want to win this championship for the first time. Richmond tomorrow, the team that one of these teams hope to play. Richmond lost to Charlotte in 2009, 59 to 54. So a lot of history for both teams. Look at St. Louis. Last year, nobody expected them to make the run they made. They won the 8-10 Women's Championship. They're looking to make it 2 in a row. I just look at experience and I look at a Lady Billikens team who they just have that it factor. They have that dog factor in them. And to beat VCU the way they did yesterday, basically controlling the game for most of the game, Peyton Kennedy having the game she had, I almost think that it would be an upset for the Lady Rams to beat the St. Louis Lady Billikens.
Yeah, well, both of these teams have an edge, right? I spoke to Tammy Reese, head coach of Rhode Island and 18 Women's Media Day, Rob, and she said we expect to cut down these nets. She knew that the team they had in June. She said, I've never seen a team, be this far ahead, this prepared, this early. So, Russ, again, they come in and knock off St. Joe's. A lot of people don't see that happening. And both them and St. Louis got something to fight for.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Like Rob said, St. Louis is just trying to, at the very least, repeat as champion to get into the tournament. And Rhode Island themselves is trying to win it for the first time, too. It's going to be a good matchup. But both teams have seen nothing but dogfights so far. So I'm expecting nothing less from either side.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to be a fight. Man, both of these teams are fired up. It looks like in the last game we got a lot of red and white, and this matchup we're gonna have a lot of blue and white.
Well, and here's the thing, Lamont. You look at the Lady Rams. They've won 2 conference. They've won regular season championships twice, '96 and 2023. Mm-hmm. But they haven't won the actual tournament.
Right.
Regular season. Their last NCAA tournament appearance came in 1996. That's a long time, my friend.
Yeah, and to get that many conference wins, and be able to win a regular season championship, they've been right in the mist. But March is different, right? This is a madness time, and as both teams come to the floor here, man, you can feel the energy in here.
Exactly. And you already know that I'm looking for Kyla. I'm looking for Kyla to have a huge game, and Peyton Kennedy, and it's just I think it's gonna be a physical matchup all around. And with the Lady Ram size, they should be able to take advantage. But
so Phillips saves it in, but Gray was the one who initially came away with the tip there.
She threw it to
for the Billikens. It is, and she threw it right to her.
Wrong blue.
And here we go. Peyton Kennedy has it in the corner. She's driving. Oh, nice pass. Oh man, she couldn't get it to go. It was a beautiful pocket pass to Shavers, and she couldn't get it to go. Rhode Island has it now. Torrey at the top. Dee Davis. Back to Torrey. And there's the first bucket of the game.
Simple as that. An easy pick and pop. Nothing much more than that.
Calhoun has it up the floor now for St. Louis. Back to Calhoun. McMakin has it. Swings it in the corner. Down to Brooklyn Gray. Swings it. Oh, McMakin with the pump fake. She goes up over top of Dee Davis. No good. Good
nice
defense.
Rebound there.
And there's the rebound. Oh, man. Nice work.
Oh, man, they're bringing out the bills.
Yeah, Shavers puts it back in.
Yeah.
Nice offensive rebound and a first bucket for the Billikens.
I think we've seen early here, guys, that this is going to be a physical basketball game.
Yes, it is.
This is not going to be one of those fancy games. This is going to be hard-nosed.
As Calhoun gets the steal right on cue, I'll tell you what, there's not many guards as fierce and competitive as Calhoun. We watched her get 4 fouls in the game yesterday before the fourth quarter even started, and she still was playing like there's no tomorrow.
I mean that's what it is, especially when you're playing teams against VCU, who was not going to lay down for anyone. So
McMakin, oh, no good, Kyla, and again, oh man, Shavers had the rebound.
It's a double-edged sword that Calhoun lives by. That's why she got into early foul trouble. She's got busy hands, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And Shavers is still down.
She hit the floor pretty hard there,
for St. Louis.
As we're gonna pause here just to give respect to the player.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a break as it's 2-all first quarter, 8 minutes and 17 seconds. All right, welcome back, everybody. Lamonte Thomas, Robb Johnson, and Russ Taliaferro. We just saw Markavia Shavers get taken off. She had a rough contact with the floor, but she was moving her extremities, and she's been carried out and kind of sucked the energy out of this one. But hopefully she's okay. As we were talking about, that's more important than anything. We're just hoping and praying that she'll recover, and our team will make her proud today.
Hard scene to look at there. Hopefully she's fine. She had a neck brace on, so hopefully everything is good. And I know personally I prayed for her the entire time. I know the guys did as well. So
yeah, and you can see Calhoun at the front, and all the Billikens players are clapping their hands because now they want to do it for her. Here comes the ball up the court for Rhode Island. Look at how vicious Calhoun is on defense.
She's a motorboat.
Oh, there's a three from Phillips.
great shot by Phillips.
It was.
I was going to say, unfortunately, before that happened, I want to see how they're going to use Peyton Kennedy. Because yesterday, I talked to Coach Tillett about it in the press conference yesterday, how she's been so efficient, and how she spoke to how she's just so versatile, how she can put her in the post, how she can play outside, back to the basket and everything. So especially now with Shavers unfortunately gone, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they use Peyton Kennedy.
Yeah, she may have to get a little bigger in this lineup. They do have Simon in the game who's come in. And there she is, right there under the basket. Right on cue, Russ.
Playing physical.
Peyton Kennedy. Under the basket for the layup with the left hand. It's 5-4 Rhode Island.
I mean, I think there's going to be a lot more pressure on Brooklyn Gray, too, as well.
Yeah.
Because she's definitely good. She plays big, but she can play small, too.
It's three in the key. 3 seconds, I think, on Maya Torre.
But I'm also interested to see how
Martinez just came in the game.
How they would use, I'm trying to remember her name, Magassa.
Oh, yeah.
On Rhode Island's bench.
Oh,
against,
yeah.
What St. Louis does as far as their rotation and everything.
Right.
They throw the ball around like crazy.
And Martinez has it. There's Calhoun working on the short corner to Peyton. Pump fake. Oh, she loses it in the handoff to McMakin, and here comes Dee Davis. Ooh. She's fouled by Calhoun.
And luckily Davis is able to get up there. She hit the floor pretty hard. We've seen a lot of players hit the deck. A lot so far in this tournament. These ladies are going very hard, and I'm very appreciative of the fans that have come out to see what we've got going on.
Yeah, and you hate to see that happen to a player like, Markavia Shavers, the junior out of Biloxi, Mississippi. And again, we're just hoping that she's okay. And these young women have been battling very hard all week long.
Yeah, putting on the line to be A10 champions. I mean, it's a huge honor. This is a great conference. It's a prestigious conference. So we'll see how it goes.
Dee makes the first and misses the second. Martinez steps on the line. Going for the rebound there.
This corner in particular has been pesky for people stepping out.
It has. We talked about it last game, right? Anytime you're in this corner, it seems like the court gets smaller over here.
I think both of these teams have a contender for player of the tournament so far, especially.
Oh, definitely.
Dee Davis and Peyton Kennedy. Both
Easy.
have just been completely crazy dominant in 2 different ways, too.
Inside, and Torre can't get it to go. Rebound Simon.
She's got to
convert that. They practiced it before the game started. If you're Rhode Island, you got it. Lady Rams, you got to convert stuff like that.
6-4, Rhode Island. It's Martinez under the basket, and they call it travel.
That was an uncontrolled move there. When she made her move, you could just tell she was a little bit off balance. So I mean, she can fix it. She just can't have those turnovers.
Yeah, she switched pivot fits at the last moment. There's Phillips to Dubois. Around the screen from Dutot. Inside to Torre. Torre with the triple threat. Goes up, puts it in. And there you go, right on cue. She converts.
Yeah.
8-4 Rhode Island.
She's got the size. She's got the ability. I mean, I would do it every time.
Yeah.
Until they can stop it. They're just long. They're longer than the Lady Billikens.
Simon had it. She looked like she had a shot there. She passed it up. And there's McMakin. And she misses. Rebound. Peyton Kennedy. There's Calhoun. Left-hander for three.
Kennedy to Kennedy.
Man.
Whoa.
Kennedy to Kennedy. Kennedy Calhoun. She is the energy on the front line of this team. There's Torre again. Too short. Rebound. Kyla McMakin. As Calhoun comes down, left hand flips it up and it's in.
Wow. Hard play.
5 points in a row by Kennedy Calhoun, but they don't get back. And here's Dubois. No good. Rebound Kennedy again.
Which one? Ooh, Didi Davis with the good defense.
I know, we do have to specify. I got a few Kennedys in this game. Rebound Peyton Kennedy. I believe that was her second of the game.
Well, I'll say this. Despite Rhode Island, I feel like controlling this game so far, you have a St. Louis team, Lady Billikens team, who is still up by one. So that's a good sign for this Lady Billikens team right now.
Yeah, Harmon's in the game right now. Magassa also comes in for Rhode Island.
Simon's all over her.
Oh, there's the steal. She throws it right to Peyton Kennedy.
Another careless turnover.
And there's Peyton Kennedy open for three. No good. Rebound Didi Davis. The springy Didi Davis that she told us yesterday. And Didi's open for three. No good.
She's got to follow her shot there.
And they're going to call a foul. Who's that on? I think that's on Kennedy Calhoun, and she's going to watch it because she's in foul trouble yesterday. I think that might be her second. That's her second foul.
Already.
Still here in the first quarter, and she's been in foul trouble.
Halfway in the first quarter, she's already got two.
And she's out. That's going to be big for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Inside the Magassa. Oh, she might have been blocked by Simon.
Simon all
gets
over
up.
Magassa since she's checked into the game.
Peyton Kennedy. No good. Rebound Simon. Simon is playing some big minutes here for St. Louis. McMakin around the pick.
That's what I said, guys.
She gets tied up.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Despite St. Louis not having as much length, they're so scrappy and they're so tough. That's why tomorrow you're Richmond. You got to worry about these teams coming in and slugging it out. You know, it's not going to be a fancy game tomorrow either.
Yeah, these two teams don't like to be pushed around. Rhode Island's coming up the floor now with Vital. She swings it over in the corner to Hyman. Bang!
Open.
Hyman for three.
A rare open corner three.
Yeah,
St. Louis normally
you
closes
don't want to
that
give
out.
Hyman too many looks. Tisha Hyman out of White Plains, New York. As Gray misses a three.
Ooh.
They're going to call that one
against
Kyla.
She came in hard there for a second.
Yeah. And see, Didi Davis, she draws those type of fouls, right? She's so crafty. You're under the basket with somebody who's really short. And you're like, oh, I can get this over here. And before you know it, she's skying over top of you for the ball at the highest point.
And let me say this, guys. You know, besides Beto Boyle, she's been in today. She definitely been in the conversation. She still is the best coach in the A-10. But you look at the coaches we have remaining. She's hurt. Oh, gosh. I think she may have hurt her ankle.
Yeah, it looked like she might have rolled it.
Is she okay? I mean,
she's up.
She's good? Okay.
She's up. She looks like she might have to come out.
Yes. The ankle may be a little tender. But what I'm saying, guys, is
she's staying in.
What I'm saying is you look at the remaining coaches we have in this tournament. This comes down to coaching. When you have great coaching, It doesn't matter what your talent. I mean, talent level matters, but you got to put the talent in the right position.
You're
That's
right.
what these coaches have done.
And both of these coaches, right? Between Becca Tillett and Tammy Reese.
And Tammy Reese is one heck of a coach.
They're both amazing.
Most definitely.
And here comes Simon. Oh, a skip pass is interrupted by Dutot. And Hyman comes up with it.
I might have liked to see Simon trying to take a shot there.
I think so too.
See the mismatch against Vital.
Vital's,
You know, noticeably shorter.
All right. In the corner.
Ooh.
Yeah, but sometimes when you have a shorter player, they have the advantage on a taller player. You know, they have the speed advantage. So that could be something we can look at.
I mean, sometimes it's a long way up, right? When you put that ball on the ground. But I mean, that's what you want if you're down low.
Oh, most definitely.
Vital has it up top, being guarded by Brooklyn Gray. Dee Davis comes off the double screen. Oh, it's in and out. And Simon again with the rebound.
That's her third.
Man, if we had $5 for every time somebody hit the floor in this tournament, we'd have some good money.
McMakin misses. What a challenge by Vital. You want to talk about a height challenge? She got up to challenge that three-pointer.
Oh man,
and
she had
Dee Davis is fouled.
Dee Davis had everybody just turning and switching, contorting.
She did, and that's gonna
great move.
that's 4 fouls.
Oh, the
For
Rams.
St. Louis.
The Lady Rams already. I'm sorry, on the Lady Billikens.
And Simon's gonna have to come out.
I definitely don't think this type of game where we're not going to see any free throws in the first half, because both teams are so aggressive. They're going to have to go to the line. There's no other way of putting it.
Yeah, and Dee Dee's at the line now. She sinks the first one.
Yeah, they're now with 2 of 4 from the line.
And St. Louis can't like the way they've been turning over the ball lately. They've got 3 turnovers
The last 3 minutes.
in the last 3 minutes.
I think that coincides with their scoring drought over the same time period too.
Agreed.
Can't score if you're giving the ball away.
Absolutely right. 13-9, Rhode Island here in the first quarter, 2 minutes, 17 seconds left to play.
And again, guys, I just feel like Rhode Island has controlled the game. They're only up by 4. It's dangerous against a team like St. Louis.
Oh, it's picked by Vital. Ahead to Hyman. And there's a basket. And Rhode Island they're rolling right now.
Yeah, up 6 with 1:53 left to go in the first quarter.
That's a 7-0 run for Rhode Island. And the Castro's in the game now for the Billikens. There's Brooklyn Gray. As she's stripped, she gets it out to Martinez. Oh, it's a 3 from Clegg. Good.
Nice.
I can't tell you guys how critical that 3 was.
Yeah, that 3 was big.
Senior Clegg comes in and knocks down a
Very
important
nice.
shot.
15-12, Rhode Island.
It's not a lineup we saw too much of in the last game, for sure.
Yeah, now this is definitely a game plan.
I don't think we saw Nicastro at all yesterday.
There's Hyman again, no good. He gets her own rebound. It's in the, Dutot back out. Dee Davis, and oh man, what a challenge by Martinez. I think Brooklyn Gray's down. She might have took a hit to the face there.
That's unfortunate.
But I'll tell you what, Martinez and her lateral movement to get over that fast in front of Dee Davis was an excellent defensive play.
Yeah. Oh man, she took an absolute. Gray took an absolute shot to the face. If I was her right now, I'd kind of be careful because, you know, she looks a little wheezy.
Yeah,
and you know, we've already seen. Yeah, they need to take her to the bench. She looks a little wheezy. Yeah, she looks a little out of it.
Gray trying to grab her composure.
Oh yeah, they need to make sure they keep a hand, you know, lock arms with her almost, because she looks like she's a little dizzy. Not trying to speculate on a concussion or anything, but sometimes you get hit in the face to get you a little dizzy or stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
she's talking to him now. She's going over to grab a breather, and she appears to be okay, but she's gonna hit the bench. While 15-12, Rhode Island over St. Louis with 1 minute exactly left to play in this first quarter.
As I said, coming into this game, and Russ, let me get your opinion on it, brother. Like, it's been a very physical game so far. These two teams are gonna need the ice buckets tonight.
What you got, Russ?
I expected nothing less. Like we said, it should be a dogfight at the start.
Hey man, I'm gonna say it like this: for the people out there wondering why was Russ kind of silent for a second, if you can see Russ's face right now, he is in total shock. Like the look on his face is like, oh my God, somebody might actually get stretched out here again, because like, and that's my sentiment is like, hopefully it doesn't happen, but man, the physical nature of this game so far has just been wild.
Yeah, and if you're St. Louis right now, right, you kind of had your energy depleted. You got a player have to be willed out. You've got, you're shooting 42%. I'm sorry, Rhode Island shooting 42%, and you're down 3 here despite everything you've had to get through.
Exactly.
So what's your mentality coming back into this, Rob?
You get through this last minute without a body dropping on the floor. And you go back to the bench after the first quarter's over, you regroup, and you get a game plan going.
Martinez.
Look how physical they are in the paint right there.
Gives it up to McMakin, being guarded by Hyman. There's McMakin. Stutter step. She puts it up, and it's no good. Rebound, Phillips.
I'm almost getting to the point with McMakin that they're like, listen, somebody else has got to beat us.
Well, we saw that yesterday, right?
Yeah, with Peyton Kennedy, yeah. But in this type of game, against this type of team, you're going to need me making it to be that difference maker.
Tammy Reese makes the call. And here comes Hyman into Torre. Oh, she tries to get it down to Dutot. It's no good. And here comes Martinez. Oh, there's Peyton. Kennedy misses.
I thought she had that, guys. It was a great shot. It was a wide open shot. It was a good look, but unfortunately, no, she didn't get it. But hey, for this to only be a 3-point game, I think that the Lady Billikens should be very confident.
Yeah, end of the first quarter, 15-12 Rhode Island. It's been a physical matchup so far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not surprised. It's just they've had to. Now St. Louis is probably going to have to get even more physical because they lost their center.
Yeah, and they're undersized in this game, right? You look at players like Magassa and Maya Torre, and St. Louis doesn't have any players that tower that big. So already they were having a fight, but now this looks like it's a slug to the finish. And again, I go back to that play where Dee Davis came in running downhill, and Martinez hung in there and stripped the ball from her. And I mean, when I say she had no regard for getting run over, it's like she's willing to put everything on the line, to go to this A-10 championship.
I mean, I think you have to consider, I don't know how they're going to do the voting, but like Martinez, I think, is locked in a spot for all tourney defensive.
She's amazing.
Her and we saw Megan McConnell from the last game.
Oh yes.
Both of them, like Martinez especially, because she talked about it during the press conference again yesterday, just how fierce she is and how big, how physical they need to be, especially on the rebounds. And she admitted they struggled a little bit on the boards yesterday too, which was a little bit obvious, but she knows that what's important to the game, and she knows her hustle brings a lot to the team.
Yeah, and right now they're getting out rebounded by Rhode Island. It's 10-8, but it's still it's a tight matchup.
It is, but they're even on offensive rebounds. So if anything, hang your hat on that if you're going to look at the rebounding numbers for sure.
Absolutely. And here we are, another first quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a break. LegacyMaker Sports, Lamont Thomas, Russ Taliaferro, Robb Johnson. Welcome back to the Henrico Sports and Events Center. LegacyMaker Sports, Lamont Thomas, Russ Taliaferro, Robb Johnson. We're here at the start of the second quarter for the number 7 St. Louis Billikens taking on the number 6 Rhode Island Rams.
Brooklyn Gray's already back in, which is good to see.
It is good to see.
It almost sounds copyrighted. Brooklyn 9-9.
And St. Louis is in the zone to start out.
Not surprising. They've been playing that trap zone to almost perfection the last 2 days.
What's the
They
one
really
thing?
did.
What's the one thing you do to get him out of the zone?
This is gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
But listen, that's what worked on. Oh, thinking about Brooklyn Gray. That zone is what worked against VCU yesterday.
Yeah.
It made it real hard for VCU to make shots.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got to take it. You got to somehow find a way to game plan and scheme it up.
And I love that by Billet.
That's why you make the big bucks. That's why you're in
Oh,
this
what a
position.
turnaround
Nice
move.
up and under.
Kyla
Exactly.
McMakin.
Yeah. That's why she's the best. That's why she's one of the better players in this conference,
Oh,
guys.
she's so crafty about the
And
basket.
one of the better players in the nation.
And she got Maya Torre to throw it away. And that pesky defense of St. Louis is back at it again. And that's going to be it's going to be a very, very tough situation to look at down the stretches. This defense, as they switch things up.
You know how we said last game was a heavyweight title
Left
fight?
hand Calhoun.
You know what we said last game was a heavyweight title fight? This is a slugfest.
Agreed. 7 points for Kennedy Calhoun. 3 for 3 for St. Louis. As Hyman over to Dee Davis. Oh, what a crossover. She gets in the paint and beautiful floater
Nice.
for Dee Davis.
I don't know how long that leaves Calhoun on Davis just because of how busy her hands are.
Listen, that's a matchup for the ages. If it's going to be a
It
slugfest, that's the matchup I want to see.
It is, and if I were Davis, I'd go straight at Calhoun
Yeah,
just to
absolutely.
see if we can't get her in foul trouble again. Because you know she's got active hands, and Davis is a pretty good ball handler.
But she's also the leading scorer on St. Louis right now.
Oh, no doubt. She's having a good game for sure.
Oh, in and out from Brooklyn Gray. And here comes Dee Davis up the court. There's Hyman. She's looking at Dubois under the basket as they try to penetrate. There's Dee Davis for 3. No good. Ooh. Rebound, Maya Torre. Hyman. What a beautiful penetration by Hyman.
Ooh.
She noticed that offensive rebound got St. Louis out of position, enough for Hyman to make the layup.
I think Dutot was drawing Kennedy out from under the basket a little bit too much. She called him out of position and was just able to get back under.
There's Simon with it for St. Louis. McMakin misses the 3, and here comes Rhode Island.
You know, Coach Taylor's going to just let McMakin take her shots.
Dubois, basket.
Right
Kennedy Calhoun looked back. She thought it was an illegal screen.
Again,
she looked back and got caught on the hip with that screen, and she looked at the ref like, really?
Yeah. Like I said, man, this is a slugfest. It ain't pretty. It's like Red Man's house. It ain't pretty, but you want to be there all the time though.
It's a foul call.
What you think about that, Lamont?
I like it.
Yeah.
I follow you there.
Yeah, man.
That they're going to call that on Hyman. And Rhode Island sees themselves with a 5-point lead here in the second quarter. I mean, Reese's Club has got to like the way that things have turned out so far.
Yeah, man.
I mean, they're playing very well, shooting. You know, they've already knocked around at 50% of their shots right now.
Oh, nice pass. Oh, but a block by Magassa.
With the blocking Simon.
Here comes Dubois. Oh, stutter step into Magassa. Beautiful pass. And Dubois is fired up after that exchange.
Man, y'all out here like San Andreas. This is from Magassa.
This is for Magassa.
This is from Magassa, San Andreas, old school.
All right, here we go.
Oh, man. This is an old
Brooklyn
school
Gray
game, man.
Skip pass. Martinez puts it on the ground. Back out to Peyton.
Wow.
No good. And Peyton Kennedy has not found her stroke so far. I think that's 1 for 5. 0 for 4 from three-point range so far.
Man, she shot that AB, man. That was ugly. That was as ugly as when AB took his shirt off against the Jets. against the Jets in New York.
Yeah, but that's the one thing that the Billikens aren't going to do is what AB did after that, and that was quit. So,
most definitely. Great analogy. Great analogy. Hey, I got to give you some dap on that one. That was a great analogy.
But yeah, so now we get a little, looks like a media timeout. We got Rhode Island 23, St. Louis 16. Welcome back. 6 minutes, 9 seconds left in the first half. Rhode Island's up 23-16 over St. Louis, and that's an 8-0 run that they went on. They were down by 1, and now they're up by 7.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: if the Lady Billikens don't get it together, like Bubba Sparks, it's gonna get ugly.
Oh, in here.
Yes, sir. Another good catch there, my friend.
Here we go. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. They got to put that up. Too late for Martinez.
I mean,
that's going to be a turnover.
Can I ask you something, guys? Hey, Russ, what do you think about that, man? It's like you come out of a timeout, you got 4 seconds. There's no awareness. What does that tell you guys? I mean...
Yeah, it makes sense. Off a timeout, you definitely got to be ready for that.
Yeah, man.
Rhode Island has it now.
They're sticking close to Magassa on the inside. They're not trying to get her good.
Simon she knows the assignment. Hyman has it, being guarded by.
Oh my God,
that was over.
A good move.
Oh, there's a floater.
Wow.
Didi Davis getting buckets.
Wow.
I almost want to see what Didi Davis can go do against Richmond's defense if they make it to tomorrow.
That's going to be beautiful. Because I tell you what, Didi.
She's a ball player.
She's a problem. Here's Martinez. And they need a bucket bad. Ooh, in and out. Calhoun can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound.
Ooh.
No good. It's going to go back to Rhode Island.
But guys, you have to take into account that injury for the Lady Billikens. It has to be affecting them. Like, they don't know what's happening with their teammate. They don't know what the severity is. I mean, it has to be affecting these young ladies.
Yeah, they're trying to get their energy back. They haven't scored in the last 4 minutes of this game.
Yeah.
And right now, Rob, they need to lock in because as we go down the first half, you don't want to be down double digits at halftime.
No, you don't. This is not George Washington.
Jumper. Look at how. Did you see how high Dee Davis got in the air?
Yep.
And there's a steal by Calhoun. And here she comes.
Oh, there she gets the foul there.
I'm not sure if Magassa can dunk. Did you see her wing? Did you guys see her wingspan?
We saw her take a drop step yesterday, and Darrell just knew that she was going to finish that and dunk it home.
I mean, her wingspan is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, Justice Miller got a chance to speak with her before the tournament started, and she was ready to leave it out on the floor. Kennedy Calhoun goes to the free throw line, leading the St. Louis team. The St. Louis team, and she's trying to get them back on track.
It's not the typical start for St. Louis.
It's not.
After that injury, would you expect anything different? Not really, but it's just an unfortunate circumstance.
And she knocks down both free throws, which is really huge for St. Louis right now. And St. Louis is in the press.
It won't matter, though, because Rhode Island is just too tough.
There's the pass to Magassa.
Magassa.
Do it for Magassa.
Do it for Magassa.
And she's going to go to the line and shoot, too. 4 minutes and 27 seconds here left in the half.
Not only is she tall, she's a thick girl, meaning like just like last game, like you look at Dugan, look at the players like that, different type of players they have. They're big players, which is it's hard to get any motion on them. So, man, I didn't underestimate the size of Rhode Island. I just thought that the Lady Billikens would be able to do something with it, but right now they're not able to do anything with this.
And she misses on the first free throw, in and out.
And she's a 60% shooter, or 66 throughout the season. So.
And she gets that one to go.
Yeah, she got that.
26-18. Rhode Island. As the Rams have been rowdy here in this first half. Calhoun trying to get something going for St. Louis. They've been stifled offensively. And she has it now being guarded by Davis. Out to Clegg, who's already hit 1 3.
Illegal screen, I think.
And it was. It's going to go on Kennedy for the illegal screen.
Yeah, Magassa being she's 6'5". She looks closer to 6'6". But with that size, man, what can you really do? I mean, well, honestly, what can you really do with her?
I mean, both of these teams have turned over the ball 9 times in the first half, right? So that's a little high for both of them.
Yeah.
But Rhode Island right now, they're making the most out of their opportunities. It's over to Dee Davis. Phillips has it into Magassa, being guarded by Brooklyn Gray. And she misses the turnaround. And I think that's going to be a foul on McMakin. And that's her second foul. Russ, I'm interested to see, you mentioned this matchup earlier, right? With Shavers out of the game, Brooklyn Gray was in the paint, just now guarding Magassa, trying to keep her out of there.
It's almost a trial by error. They're going to keep switching who's guarding her, I think, almost every time.
Yeah.
Just because the way they play their defense, it's a 2-3 switching zone where they trap on anything that gets deep into the corner.
Right.
So like, just that switching in and out from the inside is just going to be, very key to their rotation, because you'll see Simon, when she's in the game, she'll be the one under the basket.
Right.
Or even Peyton Kennedy to herself.
Yeah, they're playing defense by committee here. And look at even McMakin getting a piece of Magassa underneath the basket.
I mean, a player that big, sometimes you
got to touch her.
Sometimes you got to put a forearm on her back and just let her know you're there.
Oh, stutter step by Dee Dale is blocked by Kennedy.
The size. Who was there to clean it up?
There you go. Was that Dutat?
That was Magassa.
That was Magassa, okay.
Wow.
There's a three. That's the second one from her this game.
Yeah.
And she's 2 for 2. She's 100% from behind the three-point line. That was a big shot for St. Louis.
And somehow, some way, the Lady Billikens are still in this basketball game,
are.
guys. They're not going away.
Regardless of what AB do.
Throw it into her. It's too easy.
There it is.
It's too easy. You see what she, look, guys. She put her hand up. She put her hand up at the high point. Do it every time.
You're right.
They can't stop
Until they stop it. Magassa's it right now. She's got 7 points now. That's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Lady Billikens.
Tyler.
Evelyn against McMakin. That's her.
I think that might be number 3.
Was that on her?
Either her or Brooklyn Gray, I would assume.
Oh, well, Gray goes to the bench. And yeah, I believe that was on Brooklyn Gray.
Or it might have just been a regular turnover.
Yeah, I thought they signaled foul, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think it was a foul.
Okay.
It was a foul in there.
It's Davis. Over to Phillips. Bang.
Wow. Dimes Davis.
And I think that's the second one for Phillips as well.
And look at that, guys. You take out Magassa, you got Torre. I mean, you just have unlimited weapons.
Dishing Dimes Davis.
Yeah. Good one.
That's the one that coined by Russ Taliaferro yesterday. And he got to tell Didi about a new nickname, and she said it's her favorite. Wide open.
Ooh.
Oh, and it's no good from Kennedy Calhoun, who's hit one earlier this game. There's McMakin. Pivot foot. Get some.
Good answer.
She's going to have to go off for them.
She's as good can be in the paint.
Most for sure.
There's Didi. Pull up. Good.
Good shot.
Rhode Island looks like they found their stroke. They're coming down scoring every time. They scored 4 of their last 4 field goals.
Imagine beating number 1 seed and having to deal with this.
Up 12.
Yeah.
That lets you know how good this A-10 conference is.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Oh, there's Simon for 3. No good. Rebound.
That's a bad shot, guys.
Maya Torre.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that shot at all.
Yeah, they could have gotten more. Ooh.
Bad screen. Yep.
I thought she fell on her own at first glance.
Well,
I
mean, if you know how to flop it good, then flop it.
But she might have backed into her.
Yeah.
And Rhode Island with a 12-point lead with 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the first half.
You can get away with it, get away with it. I mean, it's championship basketball. You got to do everything you can at this point.
And St. Louis realistically has about 2 or 3 possessions left. You got to score on all of them.
You can't score when you have trees in the paint.
And that tree, by way of Maya Torre.
Oh, what a pass.
Look at the cutter. Beautiful basketball by Rhode Island. It doesn't get prettier than that, right? You swing it to the wing, you open the middle. You open the middle, free shot.
You got to remember, these were the regular season champs last year.
And, man, they're balling.
Yeah. And again, their coach, you know, she has a love for basketball.
Tammy Reese.
No pun intended.
Walks. I like that one. I love that one. Tammy Reese walked out of here with the biggest smile on her face last night, knowing that her team is playing their best basketball in March. 37-23, Rhode Island, 36 seconds left in the first half. Oh, into McMakin. It's a turnover. Dubois has it. Left-hand finish. 39-23. 16-point late. Rhode Island is fired up.
Well, this ain't no Hollywood script. This is real. This is real life right here.
St. Louis trying to gather themselves as McMakin has it being guarded by Dubois. Tight. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebound Torre.
Showing her size. Yikes.
I hate to say it, guys, but you know something? When you come off such a huge win, I think that's one of the things. When you come off such a huge win like you did against VCU, they may have probably did too much celebrating last night. I don't know for sure. Maybe a little bit, pat themselves on the back a little bit too much. Because right now they look completely flat. And the Lady Rams from Rhode Island look like they're in control. I'll say like I said last game. This team and the Lady Billikens have to come out more aggressive. This is not George Washington. If they don't come out aggressive, this game will be over fairly quickly.
The end of the first half, we got 39-23, Rhode Island. St. Louis had to overcome a big seeded Ram team last night just to run into the Rhode Island Rams today.
It's still a punch in the mouth because they're playing very physical, but they're dominating so much right now. It's unbelievable how their shots are falling. And some of St. Louis's just aren't. Because, I mean, I've seen Kennedy Calhoun miss a three that looked like it could have went in. Kyla McMakin missed a shot that was in and out, too, as well. She's getting her shots down low because she loves that hezzy, that back-to-back hezzy that she does.
Right.
And just going up and under. But just it's just not falling for her right now. And they're undersized right now after Shaver's being gone. That just kind of took them out for a minute. And I don't think they figured out how to combat, like, Torrey, Magasa, and the size that they have because Simon and Kennedy are trying down low, but they can only do so much.
And you know, Russ, to your point, you were talking about their size earlier, but looking ahead a little bit, we don't know, this is still a long game to go, but how exciting would it be to see this Rhode Island team against that Richmond defense as we talked about earlier?
It will be through the roof energy. I'm going to tell you what, though. 39-23, if you look at the field goal percentage, Rhode Island shot 57% from the floor. St. Louis has shot 31%. To Russ's point, Peyton Kennedy was on fire in yesterday's game, and today she's 1 for 5 with just 2 points. If you're St. Louis, when you come back, you know you got to get it going. Which player is it going to be? Is it going to be her? Is it going to be McMakin?
It has to be McMakin.
But I'll tell you what.
The reason I say that is because it has to be her in the sense that she was the one who brought them back against George Washington. But their inside play is going to have to be a lot better. Now, like I said, ever since they had the injury, they had the unfortunate injury, it hasn't been the same. So the inside play they're making, that's what it's going to have to be in the second half.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this, right? This is a game of matchups. So far, McMakin is 2 for 9. But Kennedy Calhoun has 9 points, and she is by far the most aggressive defensive player on St. Louis's team.
But does Kennedy
hold on. Let me
me
finish though. Her direct matchup is Dee Davis. In the last 2 games that we've seen from Rhode Island, it's been Dee Davis who's taken over in the second half. She finished with 23 points in the first game. She finished with 20 points last night, right? So not only do you have to score, you're going to have to stop Dee Davis because the second half she's proven in this tournament is her time. So does Kennedy Calhoun have to win this matchup on both ends of the floor for St. Louis to win this game?
That's a better question. Can she?
There you go. There you go. But we're going to find out and see. Lamonte Thomas, Russ Taliaferro, Robb Johnson, LegacyMaker Sports. We'll be back for the second half. Go ahead, Russ.
Play that Whitney on.
Put that Whitney on.
I'm just saying. But we back.
We back. Henrico Sports and Event Center, where Rhode Island is up 39-23, 16-point lead against St. Louis.
I think this might be the biggest lead any team's had during this
I
tournament.
think so. And if you're St. Louis, Russ, what do you have to do to get back in this game?
Peyton Kennedy has to wake up. Kayla McCakin hopefully has to wake up. And if anything, I want to see Simon or Gray wake up too, if not on the boards, if not the scoreboard.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have been out rebounded 21-12.
That's huge, seeing that Shavers is gone.
Yeah, and Rhode Island does have the size. I think we're joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Darrell Owens.
I'm in here for a little bit, just till we get Robb back in the building.
He's here for a short time, but a good time.
That's what they say.
And here we go, Dee Davis with the basket, with the contact.
What a great performance by Davis. Once again, the flow is going. You see a lot of greatness coming from Davis.
And second half has been her time. I think she had 9 points, and here's
nice.
Okay.
There we go.
There's the Kyla McMakin we know.
That's the 757, all in the blood right there.
Right.
757.
Is it Virginia Beach?
All right, it was good to be here with y'all.
41-29. It was good to have you, buddy. 41-29. St. Louis is coming back up. Here comes Kennedy Calhoun back out the McMakin.
She draws the
and
foul.
she's going to the line. So she's coming out aggressive. McMakin hit a 3 on the first possession. Now she's going to the line. She can make this a 10-point game right off the bat.
And I'll tell you this, we were talking a little bit before we left air, key players, and I'll tell you, Brooklyn Gray. I thought about it a little more. I'm like, hey, she's got to be big in this second half.
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
To deal with these bigs, you're going to have to be the reason that this team comes back.
Yeah, I think between her and Simon, and it might even take Kennedy, with her size, she's going to have to use it.
Yeah. Like making missing that free throw was very, very
Torre has got it down low. She's going to work over top of Simon, off the glass. And it's a thing of beauty.
That was good defense, though, by Simon.
Artissement France. Mwah.
But that's the thing, guys. If you come in double team, she's going to kick it out. They're going to hit the 3 or mid-range. So, I mean, what can you do right now if you're trying to get back in this game for the Lady Billikens? It's hard.
Kennedy. Oh, tries to get it down low. It's knocked away by Hyman. And here comes Rhode Island. In the corner. Hyman for 3. No good. Rebounded Torre. No good. Rebounded Torre again. Nice. Oh, Gray tries to save it. And
two second chance points and to get the ball back. That's wild, guys.
So 30-43, Rhode Island. And we've seen a game here where Rhode Island has the size. They seem to have the tempo on their side. And shots are falling for them. There's the inbound pass to Hyman. Dee Davis has it. She's trapped. Back out to Hyman. Oh, man, what a move she put on Gray. Oh, nice pass in the corner to Dee Davis. No good. Rebound Dutot. And Rhode Island still dominating the rebounds. Dee kicks it back out. To the basket, no good. And rebound, Kennedy Calhoun.
They're playing pretty physical.
They are. Low. Swing it. Here's McMakin. What a pass to Simon. Fine. Beautiful pass by Kyla McMakin.
I mean, you're going to need to build Simon's confidence up, if anything, if she's going to keep going against Magassa and Torre.
43-32, Rhode Island.
Do you guys see McMakin's eyes? I mean, she is focused.
She's locked in.
Very locked in.
Into Torre. Back out. Hyman. Dribble penetration, no good on the layup. Rebound Simon.
Uncharacteristic, right, guys? Last couple of possessions.
Here's Calhoun with it. Inside to Kennedy. She's going to have to watch it. Calhoun.
Nice screen there.
Swing over to Simon.
Somebody's going to be open in a second, guys.
And here's, oh, what a move. And she can't get it to go. It was a beautiful move by Calhoun to get it in the middle.
I still think they could have got a better shot than that. I mean, it was a little bit still contested.
The look was there.
It was there, but I think they still could have got a better shot. But there's only so much you can do at that point.
There's Didi Davis. Floater, no good. Rebound, Kennedy Calhoun.
If you're the Lady Billikens, I mean, they've made several bad plays.
Oh, Peyton Kennedy open for three. Nice. And there it is. Timeout, Rhode Island. St. Louis has found some life here. The score is 43-35. They just cut a 16-point lead in half. Rob, what's your thoughts?
Well, Rhode Island is playing tight right now. They can smell it. They're 16 points. They were up by 16 points. Maybe they got a little tight there. Maybe they thought that they were in better position than they thought they were. But as we've seen, this Lady Billikens team is nothing to sleep on.
Oh, no. They've got scores. McMakin now has 11.
Yeah. But we also have to say that the last few possessions for the Lady Rams have been very uncharacteristic, as we said.
I would say so as well. Russ, your assessment of what's happening?
Just St. Louis coming out hot. Just Rhode Island's kind of going cold now, too, because I think they ended the first half on, I want to say, like at least 4 or 5 or 4 or 6 shooting, and then now they come out in the second half and they can't make a bucket to save their lives.
Yeah, they ended that one, I think, on a like 6 or 8-0 run. But now they're 0 of 6. In the last 2 minutes and 42 seconds, they have not scored a field goal.
Yeah, I think some of it is just Rhode Island's taking some bad shots.
Yeah,
it's not the smartest. They're rushing it a little bit. If anything, they're feeling themselves a little bit too much, and it's just they're not thinking it all the way through.
Yeah, Rob was saying they had some ill-advised possessions there. And if you're coming out of a timeout, if you're Rhode Island, what do? Do you go back in and give it to Torre or Magassa down low?
No, you get Magassa back. You get Magassa back in the game immediately. Because when she's been in the game, that's when they have had the momentum. Put that. She's 6'5", and when she puts her hands up, she's 6'10".
Right.
6'9", 6'10" with their wingspan. So you gotta be smart here if you're Rhode Island. And they're a smart group with a smart head coach.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, they have to make the moves. They're going to get them to the championship game tomorrow against a dangerous Richmond Lady Spiders.
Well, I'll tell you that. Like you said, to see all this size on Rhode Island, if they get to the finals versus Richmond, what is that battle down low going to look like?
I still favor Richmond, Russ. I still favor Richmond.
I think so too. Richmond's defense showed out this morning, and it was nice to see. Richmond's they're on another level right now with their defense.
And then when Richmond brings their size off the bench, it's just unfair.
Yeah, you said it perfectly earlier, Rob. They have they look like a family of Jokic's, right? They look like a bunch of Nikola Jokic's with big size, great footwork, and they share the ball really well. And it's hard to beat a team.
I'll give you even better comparison. It looks like Jokic mixed with Akeem Olajuwon. Because if people go back and look at just how great Olajuwon was, his post moves, that's what Richmond has. They have a bunch of players that can not only get in the paint, but then when they square up and they can shoot from the block, from the perimeter. So it's a challenge for anybody. Because like I said, it doesn't matter how good you're looking against everybody else until I see you against that juggernaut, and I'm gonna call him again a juggernaut from Richmond. It's not gonna matter. Speaking of the devil, we see who is in the game now.
Magassa.
All she has to do, she has to get into the paint, put her arm up.
43-35.
Just put her hand up. That's all she's got to do.
Rhode Island has the lead and the ball. That's Dubois at the top. Hyman. There's Phillips. She's hit 2 already. Missed. And here comes Brooklyn Gray and St. Louis.
That's exactly what St. Louis needs is missed shots more by Rhode Island.
Oh, most definitely. It seems so simple, Russ, but it's not. Because a lot of times teams are just so hot. But, I mean, right now the Lady Rams They're just not there.
I'm going to tell you what, Phillips is back in the game, and you can see her assignment is to stop and guard
Nice.
Kyla McMakin, right? She's bumping her all the way down the court.
Did you see what they did there, though?
Peyton
they brought
Kennedy.
Simon outside, which drew Magassa out, and then they put Kennedy on the drive on the inside.
It was beautiful.
It's
Both
it's
coaches,
game plan.
man, I'm telling you, it's a chess match.
We talked about that earlier. It's all about coaching. Put your arm up, Magassa.
There it is.
She just yelled at it. See, she just yelled.
She
There
can't
we
get it to go.
Simon.
Man, she wasn't in the best position either.
And in a 6-point game, St. Louis has a chance right now to cut the lead to 4.
They're doing it again, bringing Magassa outside,
Uh-huh.
trying to get the switch on
McMakin, no good. Good defense by Phillips, who that's the reason why she's in the game. Here comes DeBra. Left hand
She is
finish.
quick. She is
That
quick.
was a much needed bucket by Rhode Island right there.
Slow that momentum down. 0 for the last 8 before that bucket.
DeBra has 6.
Unlike Mr. Dubois, she's very, very passionate and very aggressive. She's not scared.
Yeah, that's right.
Reference-
We made that reference yesterday to the
Reference to the
Boondocks.
Boondocks.
You better
Oh, okay.
check her, Mr. Dubois.
There we go.
Here's Simon for the jumper. It's
There we
good.
go.
So it looks like bringing Magassa out of the paint to play defense has been working for St. Louis.
They're
So-
trying to get that rebound advantage back to themselves.
True. So you know what you do now? You get Magassa deep in the paint, and you get her to dominate.
Here's Hyman. Off the screen of Magassa.
Good
No
hands.
good.
Ooh.
Magassa with the one-handed rebound.
Calhoun fighting her, though.
Oh, she got the advantage. Her hands are up. Once the hands go up,
There's Dutot. Hyman. Oh, triple
Stay on
threat.
your feet. There we
Oh,
go.
there's a jumper. Good, and that's a 3. Step back
Wow.
3 from Hyman.
That's perfect D, but perfect shot.
Beautiful, beautiful three-pointer.
Jesus Christmas.
that was huge, guys.
That was huge.
That was.
They can do it on all levels. It's not just the big players. Peyton Kennedy being strong to the basket. She's going to go to the line.
Being aggressive, that's what you have to do. And that's exactly what the Lady Billikens have to do. They have to be aggressive against this Lady Rams team if they want to end up going to tomorrow against Richmond.
Well,
And here we are.
sending St. Louis to the line ain't no joke because they're pretty
not.
good.
48-39, Rhode Island.
Doesn't it feel like the Lady Rams should be up by 30?
No, it doesn't. I mean, I feel like the way St. Louis just came back into this game.
No, I'm saying they were up by 16.
Right.
You know, they were doing a lot of good things, but until they started making mistakes, I feel like they should have been up 16, 20, 30. But you're right. The Lady Billikens have done a good job. And what was that?
Yeah, so we challenged them. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Rhode Island up 9, 48-39, LegacyMaker Sports Network. Welcome back. 48-39, Rhode Island over St. Louis. St. Louis has fought their way back into this game, being down 16 points at the half as Peyton Kennedy goes to the line.
I think one thing we're not, I just noticed too as well, Rhode Island has a 26-16 advantage on points in the paint, on top of an 11 rebound advantage too as well. So they are completely dominating now.
Both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game, 48-41.
That's wild what Russ just said. That's wild. Man.
It is wild. But guess what? The team that won this tournament last year is the one coming back. Dubois, basket. She's coming up big right now in this third quarter. She got the layup when they couldn't score.
Yep.
And just now, as they're taking St. Louis's best punch, who is it that makes a basket? It's Dubois. Brooklyn Gray at the top.
Run that 3-2 defense.
Oh, tough basket.
Still made it.
Get it to go over Maya Torre.
You know how hard it is to make that on 3-2 defense?
And she's tough.
Yeah. She's put that 3-2 defense like it was nothing.
That's tough.
We used to play 3-2 a lot, man, and that was one of my favorite defenses to run, but when somebody splits like that, you know you're in trouble.
For sure. Hyman with a baseline, with a free throw line jumper. It's a beautiful shot.
Lamont, we know you were a baller. What was your favorite defense to go against?
To go against?
Yeah, was it the man-to-man?
Oh, definitely man-to-man. If I can get you by myself, that's what I like.
Yeah.
But no, I actually did like going against zone because as a guard who liked to share the ball.
Nice.
As Brooklyn Gray hits the three-pointer, St. Louis has found their offense.
Speaking of doing it by herself, we talked about that. Brooklyn Gray, she's got to get going. And
You did say that.
She's doing. Yep, she's getting going.
Active hands by St. Louis.
See everybody, everything we say has a purpose to it.
Maya Torre for the jumper. No good. Dee Davis taps it back out.
Okay.
And
I don't need to see Torrey shoot no threes or no perimeter shots. Get your butt in the middle. Am I right, guys?
I mean, you are right. They got to use their size.
Exactly.
Here's Dee Davis, though. And she's getting locked up. Oh, they're going to call the foul on Kennedy Calhoun. Kennedy Calhoun had locked Dee Davis up for a second there.
That's number 3.
And that's number 3 on her.
Problem is sometimes, guys, you get the lead and you're winning a game and you think you can just start doing stuff. And when you start doing stuff, what happens to you? You lose.
Clegg is back in, as well as Martinez for St. Louis.
It's all about structure. And right now, the Lady Rams structure is off. And the Lady Billikens structure is doing pretty well.
Maya Torre has it. Good pass. And oh, it's ripped away by Peyton Kennedy.
Oh, wow. Guys, that was impressive by Kennedy there.
Here comes Clegg.
Good screen. Just can't capitalize.
Being guarded by Kimura. Back to Clegg. Skip pass is stolen by Hyman. They're going to get her for the travel on that one.
Kennedy's not happy about
Wow,
the defense
that was,
she got down low.
And both Kennedy and Dubois had something to say to the referee right there.
Yeah, sometimes you got to figure out how to play with refs, how they're going to call the game so you can figure out what you're going to do.
And Hyman's mad that she lost that one. But she's also been having a pretty good game too. 12 points for Hyman. It's a quiet 12, and she's leading Rhode Island right now.
I'm looking for Brooklyn Gray or Kennedy to go down low. There's no Torre, no Magasa.
You're right.
Rhode Island's looking at a small lineup.
You're right. They're starting with the forwards up high. A double screen for Martinez. Over to Brooklyn Gray.
Under.
And she's heat check. No good. Rebounded Dee Davis. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. This is a big possession here.
I think this is a must. I think right here you can gain all the momentum or lose all the momentum if you are the Lady Rams.
Yeah, this is big.
Double team here. What can she do with it?
Loose ball.
Didi, no good.
See that possession right there, guys? I think that possession is going to give the momentum to St. Louis going to the fourth quarter.
Listen, 52-46. 6-point game. That's a 10-point swing from halftime. If you're St. Louis, you have to like the way that played out.
Yeah. I mean, they were able to frustrate D.D. Davis there and lost possession on the handoff right there. But I think one thing to note is just Kennedy's getting a little frustrated down low on offense with the way that Rhode Island's kind of bodying up on her. She thought she got pushed in the last possession there trying to go for a rebound. So she's trying to figure out her spacing down low, especially with the lineup that we saw that they had. They had a small lineup for that last 30 seconds there for Rhode Island. So
yeah, they did.
They started with that double screen and they gave it to Gray, but you saw Kennedy slide under the double screen once she got off, and she's trying to get under there against Dutant, but it's just that physicality matchup right there. It's something that Kennedy's still trying to get used to right now.
Well, St. Louis is 5 of their last 7 from the field, so they've actually got their offense to make sense, whereas Rhode Island hasn't had a field goal in about 2 minutes.
That last 2.5 minutes, yeah.
So that's rough.
It is. It's extremely rough, but again, we already saw the advantage that they have off of the points in the paint for Rhode Island. But they're even on turnovers, but Rhode Island's taking more advantage of those turnovers and scoring more.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for this fourth quarter. And the reason why I'm excited is because this is clutch time, and there's so many clutch players on the court in this fourth quarter. Think about it. You got D.D. Davis, you got Kennedy Calhoun, you got Peyton Kennedy, Brooklyn Gray, Ennis Dubois has been balling, Hyman. This is going to be a fantastic fourth quarter.
St. Louis has had to come back in every game that they've won, so in both games they won.
Exactly.
So they're used to this, and again, talking to Coach Stewart twice in those press conferences after the last 2 days, she's known to be comfortable making adjustments on the fly and doing what she needs to do. Again, losing Schaefer's at the beginning of the game is the biggest adjustment she probably could have ever thought of right now. So trying to get used to that lack of size right now is just kind of throwing them for a loop a little bit. That Rhode Island band, though.
And here we go. This is going to be a fight to the finish. Yesterday, we saw St. Louis, after dominating the game, VCU stormed back. They hit a three-pointer in the fourth quarter to take the lead 60-58 with a couple minutes left. And St. Louis responded.
Yeah.
So today, they've taken Rhode Island's best. They've bounced back. They're down 6 points. What do you need to do if you're St. Louis to come back and win this game?
Punch them in the mouth. And remember that you were down 11 going to the fourth quarter against George Washington. Then you were up against VCU, dominated, and you had to hold on to a lead. Now, back to the game where you had to come back. McMacken has to be the catalyst. If she can get at least 10 to 12 points in this quarter,
that's big.
Not good. I think that might be number 4.
That's number 4 on Kennedy Calhoun, and she knows she's in trouble. And Brooklyn Gray's going to come back in, and she's going to have to go to the bench.
It's not a good thing, guys, but you know something? If you can somehow avoid, first of all, you need to avoid overtime, because if you go to overtime, then you'll definitely get a foul, for sure.
We talked about this matchup, right?
Yeah.
When it's D.D. Davis, her energy is being matched by Calhoun, and now she's not in the game.
True, but you have McMacken. When you have McMacken, you have a chance.
And you have Brooklyn Gray to actually be able to handle the ball, because she does that too.
Exactly. She's a big, big, and she can handle, so.
She can't touch it. It's a jump.
Credit to Hyman for knowing the rules.
Yeah, it's going to go to right.
That was awkward as all hell.
Yeah, so Hyman lost the ball, and she knew she couldn't touch it, or the violation would have gave the ball to St. Louis.
All right, guys, we've got 9:36, and over the next 4 minutes, when it gets to the 5-minute mark, we'll know whether St. Louis is going to win this game or not. We'll know by then. We'll know with 5 minutes to go. The run has to start now. McMacken has to take over. She has to.
Martinez has it.
And the Lady Rams know it.
There's McMacken with it. And the dribble, she should stay. Oh,
wow.
I thought it was off the foot of a Rhode Island player, but it looks like it's off on St. Louis. Yeah. And it's going to be a turnover.
Can't have turnovers, guys. Cannot have turnovers, especially in this situation. But it's still a 6-point game. That's the thing. It was 16, so
It was.
they got a chance. It was 16.
Over to Dutot.
Julia Martinez is about to log some hard minutes in this game.
She is. Torre. Good gosh. Her going downhill to the basket. Forget about it. That's 3 on Simon.
We'll never know what would have happened if the Shavers injury never happened, but it's been rough on the Lady Billikens.
It is, but boy, have they responded. I will say that.
For sure.
Torre misses the first. And look at Billick coaching up Martinez over there. So her new assignment now is Dee Davis, right? When Calhoun's not in the game, you notice she was the one guarding Dee Davis down here.
And second of all, make sure you get the rebound. I was going to say, if she misses, make sure she gets the rebound.
Torre misses both, and now Martinez is running the floor.
She has to. Calhoun's gone. She's the next best option now.
There's Peyton. Back to Martinez.
I mean, they're holding McMack on everything.
Peyton
Somebody's
is
gotta
open for
step up.
3. No good. Rebound, Maya Torre with authority.
And the Bulls. Man, she was swinging those elbows.
That's the 9th rebound for Torre. Rhode Island needs a bucket here.
I think more crucial. I think even more than that.
Jumper.
The Lady Billikens need to stop.
And they get it. Here comes Martinez.
There we go.
To the rebound.
Ooh,
what a
good pass.
Certified dime.
And who does she find? Kennedy.
The first
With the layup.
certified dime of this game.
Certified dime by Martinez.
4-point lead.
I think she had 2 options. She had Kennedy down low, but
She did.
she also had McMakin out on the wing.
On the wing. I was looking at that as well.
I thought that's who she was about to throw to.
And here's Hyman. 4-point game now. What a dime right there to Torre.
Gotta finish.
And there's another dime, Ryan.
Yeah, not as pretty as the other one, but that was definitely a great pass.
I'll tell you what, along with her 12 points, that's Hyman's first assist, and she's doing really well.
Oh, I definitely agree with that. But Rhode Island, the Lady Rams, understand who they need to take out of this game, and it's a great game plan.
Peyton Kennedy
against
against Dutot. Goes up, gets fouled. Dutot is like, what's happening?
And McMacken, because, I mean, she's being hit, she's being pulled. Everything you can think of is happening to McMacken right now. So they just have to continue to try to get her the ball. Man, and so see if she can somehow, some way make a difference in this game.
Well, I mean, right now, she shares the high for St. Louis because Peyton Kennedy now has 11.
Yeah.
And she's at the line, and she's the one who led this team in scoring yesterday.
St. Louis is a really good free throw team. So
they are.
The more they get to the line, the better, because it's free points for them.
It's 6 for 7 for the line so far.
And we need to remember. We have to remember those Torre misses. They may come down the stretch and be critical here.
You're absolutely right. They're 4 for 8 for the line as St. Louis is 7 for 8.
St. Louis is just so scrappy, guys.
54 to 50.
They don't quit.
Rhode Island. There's Magassa back in the game with it. She gave up her dribble. Back to Phillips. To Dubois. Loses the handle, and they're going to get a foul on the floor. They're going to get a foul on the floor by Martinez. Oh, they called it on Simon. That's her 4th. That's big.
No.
I thought that was on Martinez. That's going to go against Simon. She has 4 fouls. Oh, man. If they were smart, they would go back at her. And if you can give it to Magassa down there, Simon has 4 fouls.
They're already trying to take her out, it looks like.
Here comes Dubois. Jumper. No good. Rebound. Everywhere. Hyman ends up with it.
Magassa didn't get the rebound, but
Phillips
she was
for 3.
responsible.
It's good. Big basket by Phillips. That's her 3rd 3 of the game, and perhaps the biggest shot so far. 57 to 50. Rhode
think they need to go back. They're doing it now.
Brooklyn Gray with a deep three. No good. That's not the shot you want there if you're St. Louis.
No. I go to Magassa here. I tell Magassa to put her hand up, get in the middle here, take them to school, and somehow somebody get the and one.
Simon's wide open on the left side there in the corner.
Yeah.
And Magassa lost track of her.
That's the 5th foul.
That's number 5.
Hyman is really smart because Hyman knew. And Tia Simon fouls out, and she's feeling it. But she had herself a game herself. I mean,
yeah.
6 rebounds. She led the team in rebounds, right? So now that's big.
Well, guys, we're about 45 seconds from our mark. I said about 5 minutes ago we would see if Rhode Island could put this thing away and if St. Louis could get back or they could get back into it. And we're getting close to that mark here, and it's looking really good for the Lady Rams of Rhode Island.
It is. I'd agree. But they got to make these free throws.
It's just, it's not a good situation.
They're now 4 for 9 from the line.
And if they made them, guess what? They'd be up by 12.
Yeah, because, I mean,
and then
they missed the second one.
No, they'd be up by 13.
That's
wow.
4 for 10, 40%, while St. Louis is 87.5%. There's Martinez. The handoff. Guess who? Kyla McMakin, but she can't get it to go.
That's okay.
But they did find her. Dutot comes back in the game. Looks like Magassa's heading back out to the bench.
Yeah. Well, that's okay because she was aggressive there. So McMakin gets this here. You'll be up. You'll only be down by 5. She get both these free throws. Now, these are critical. She has to make these. There's not even a question about that.
She's an excellent free throw shooter.
Oh, most definitely.
She makes the first, bringing it to a 6-point game. Kyla McMakin. Now 13 points.
A very quiet 13 though. But she's worked for those 13.
Yeah, I mean, she's 4-12 from the field. Dee Davis is back. Oh, she's blocked by Martinez. And again, she's played some of the best defense in the A-10 in this tournament.
Oh, most definitely. Now, I know some Richmond ladies have something to say about that, but definitely Martinez defense has been there.
Listen, Martinez is, and look at the dime.
Certified.
Oh, she missed it.
She got fouled though.
Oh, wow.
I know, they called it on her.
Oh,
I
really?
think it's going back the other way, yeah. The loose ball foul went with the Peyton Kennedy.
That's, whoa.
That was questionable, right, Russ? I don't know.
No, I think she did get her because when it came off the rim, she went to tap the ball back out, but she actually hit the wrist of, I don't know if it was Kimura that was under there. 57-52. Rhode Island leads by 5. There's 4 minutes, 59 seconds left. Rob, we are now at your threshold. It's a 5-point game. It's Rhode Island's ball. What you got?
I'm a little more certain that Rhode Island can, that the Lady Billikens can win this still. Because the Lady Rams can't make free throws.
That's true. You think St. Louis is going to come back for it?
I'm gonna give another time limit. I'm gonna give it 3 more minutes.
No. We want the profit at 5 minutes. You said 5-minute mark. This is the hardest decision to make right now. What do you think is gonna happen?
I think that the Lady Rams need to go on a quick 8 to 10-0 run. They need to play they need to play great defense, and if they can do that, and if they can stop McMakin from really taking over, they'll win this game.
Who's that?
The Lady Rams.
Rhode Island.
If they can stop McMakin from taking over.
What you got?
I'm wondering what St. Louis is going to do now that they've lost 2 players down low now.
Yeah.
One to injury, one to fouls, and they got the 5 minutes to make up for it after they're already getting dominated on the boards and points in the paint. It's just, I don't know what they're going to be able to do to answer that because, unfortunately, Kennedy and McMakin have taken a good bit to kind of get into this right now. I'd love to see them do a little bit more, but and I think they're going to have to do more to get them back into this game because I know it's only 5 points right now, but that's a tough 5 points.
It is
to
a
get
tough
right
5
now.
points, and I think that, as you mentioned, Russ, there's so many obstacles they have to overcome, right? You got your 2 bigs that are out of the game. You got the dynamic scoring. We already said that, hey, second half is Didi Davis time. Guess what? She hasn't even activated yet. Just remember, right now it's been Hyman who's taken over this game. She has 12 points. After that, Phillips has 9. Didi Davis is stuck at 11.
Didi Davis is 1 for 7 on shooting to the staff.
Right.
It's only 2 points.
And they're still up 5, right? And I think that's the problem is that you've had a lot of dynamic scoring from Rhode Island.
But to St. Louis's credit, McMakin and Kennedy are starting to come alive in this game, but is it too little too late?
Right, exactly. And again, you have to fight all those obstacles, and as great as they've been playing, they haven't had a field goal in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
They're scoreless from the field in the last 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
It's hard to get points when you can't get the ball after missing shots. Because even with them shooting 41% right now, they're getting dominated 13-6 on offensive rebounds.
Now, here's the thing. Kennedy Calhoun for St. Louis has 4 fouls. You got 2 players, the 2 bigs are out of the game. How long do you wait before you bring Kennedy back in this game?
Around the 3-minute mark.
I'll be honest, I think they need her right now.
Well, I mean, listen, you got McMakin. She's the key. She's the best player on this team. No matter what anybody else is doing, McMakin is the key for them to win this game. So, Well,
I mean, yesterday, that key was definitely in the form of number 32.
Oh, yeah.
Because Peyton Kennedy took the game over.
I mean, most definitely. But, like I said, this is winning time, and they need her.
This is the second free throw.
So
Brooklyn Gray with the rebound.
This is a 6-point game.
58-52, Rhode Island.
I think Kennedy Calhoun might be the next one to check in when they send someone up to the scorer's table.
I could agree with that, but like I said,
Brooklyn Gray with the layup over top of Maya Torre. That was a huge bucket.
She's in that spot on the bench where it's like the next shell to be fired.
58-54. St. Louis is battled to stay in this game.
And there she goes.
And there's Phillips for 3.
Up to that scorer's table.
Misses. Rebound. Maya Torre. And she finishes the layup. Big bucket by Maya Torre there. Here comes Martinez. Brooklyn Gray. Martinez at the top. Martinez on the drive. Martinez is fouled.
Nice try.
Yeah, that's excellent. I like that. I like that aggressive nature by the Lady Billikens. Get to the free throw line, cut the game down, shorten it up some. Go down, get a stop. But it's going to be hard when you got somebody like Torre on the floor who's so big and so long like that.
Yeah, you're right. And I was really surprised on that last possession how Brooklyn Gray rose over top of her to get that layup to go in.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Julia Martinez is so smart. She was in the presser yesterday, and she said she understands, the pace of this game. She said no matter what we took from VCU, it was get a stop, try to score, get a stop, try to score, get a start. Even when they stopped scoring, they were still able to get stops on that dynamic VCU team. And right now, they have been making stops on Rhode Island. So here they are, only down by 4 with 4 minutes left in the game.
Most importantly, 11 of 12 from the free throw line.
Oh, no. And look who's diving on the floor for the ball back here.
Ooh, there we go. Ow.
Well, you know how I told you guys to write something down? At 3:42 left in the fourth quarter. 3:42.
I'm with you.
What Martinez just did with her aggression and her demonstrative attitude, mark that down.
Yep.
3:42 to go.
And don't forget who poked the ball out, Rob.
Yep.
It was
Kennedy.
Calhoun Kennedy.
Calhoun Kennedy.
Right off the bench. And guess what? She came into the game around 3 minutes and 50 seconds, like I believe someone said, Mr. Robb Johnson.
I said that?
You did. You said
Oh,
you bring
wow.
her back in around 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Hey, man, look.
That was the
man.
perfect time she came back in the game.
I've been up for the last 26 hours. I forgot what I said.
Well, I guess what? A prophet in your sleep still you are, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
But I also know that Torrey, as much as I like her, they need to bring their other big in. Because it's winning time. I'm looking at this, guys, and just from my perspective, how do you not have Magassa back in the game?
Look, this is a game right now.
I don't understand it. Magassa is your
Brooklyn Gray.
big top dog.
Oh, she was blocked, but she was fouled. I think Torrey she jumped the shot.
Magassa doesn't foul. Magassa doesn't make that foul.
I don't know about that.
Magassa just blocks that. Because Torrey at times, she can be a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
You got to get Magassa back in this game.
Well, I think they're going with the speed, right? Torrey is the second all conference.
Yeah.
She's a little bit faster than Magassa down
True.
there, and look,
Very true.
And look, Magassa's she's awesome, but you can tell that she's been pulled off the floor when the pace of the game speeds up.
But since she's been pulled off the floor, what happened to the score?
When the same thing that happens when she's in, right? Like, because if she's not fast enough to get back and down, like you said, to the paint, that's her bread and butter in the paint. But the smart thing about St. Louis and Billett, you got to give Billett credit. She knows how to put the team on the floor to not let Rhode Island set up in defense. And that's, can we get a stat man? Can we get an update on the fast break points and the points off of turnovers? I'm interested to see what that looks like because
Fast break points are even at 7.
oh, what about points off of turnovers?
Still Rhode Island, 17/7.
17-7.
Yep.
And I get that, guys, but guess what? When you're the Lady Rams, don't go chasing waterfalls. You know what you do? You throw it into your tree.
You throw it into the tree.
So you throw it into the tree.
Well, listen, they're gonna need some 10-11 care if they can't hold
Let me
this
ask-
4-point lead with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in this game.
Have you ever seen somebody run into a tree and be okay?
I don't know. But
Okay.
the winner of this game
okay
will
then.
take on University of Richmond, who's waiting for a challenger that is worthy. Because University of Richmond's rolling. We saw them today, and when they're playing their best ball, it almost seems like nobody can challenge them.
All I'm saying is get Magassa back in the game, get her to throw that big hand up with that big scream, ah, like she does. Give her the ball, let her dominate.
You're right.
What's so difficult about that?
Let her dominate. You're
What's
right.
difficult about that?
You're right.
I don't understand. See, sometimes we make this game so difficult. You know, we make life so difficult. You know, it's like, hey, I need some. I'm hungry right now. I'm at home. I don't have. I need to go out and buy some food. You got peanut butter jelly in the house. Eat some peanut butter jelly.
Magassa is 3 for 6. I'm sorry. She's got, how many points is she? Has 7 points. Magassa has 7.
But she's 3 of 6.
She's 3 of 6.
That's what I'm saying. It's like just like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. It's simple. It's simple. It's not that hard to make. Do the right thing here, Lady Rams.
Spike Lee.
Get your tree in there and let her dominate. Because when they try to run into her, they're gonna fall.
How about the minutes from Brooklyn Gray in this game? We thought she was down at one point. She has 8 points. Missed the second free throw. 8 points, 3 rebounds.
You cursed her.
1 assist in 29 minutes. And yeah, I think
Cursed her
I
big
did.
time there.
And here we go. Rhode Island up by 3. DeBra being heckled by the defensive guru, Calhoun Kennedy. Or Kennedy Calhoun, rather. And here comes Dee Davis is fouled.
I don't know about that.
That was
Oh,
Russ.
she got the bump.
That was bad, Russ. I agree with you, sir.
You didn't like the call?
I didn't like it at all.
Let's see if they show that
in
on the
this
replay.
situation, that's a no call. Or either you could have called it a charge if you want to. You could have called it a personal. But for me, it's neither one. Let them play.
Yeah, they got the foul call there, and Dee will go to the line. And it does seem like before these free throws, she was unable to get a shot off.
Yeah, well, you know, she leaned with it, she rocked with it, she got a shot up.
Free throw is good. 61-57. Rhode Island hanging on to this lead.
It's kind of reminiscent of what St. Louis did to VCU yesterday. Every time they get close, they continue to just pull away.
2 free throws are good.
Karma.
Much needed free throws from Rhode Island as they're now, what, 7 for 14? They've made it back to 50% with free throws off of those 2.
You won't do that tomorrow and win if you advance.
Here's St. Louis. The wise words. Martinez.
Martinez is so smart.
She is.
McMacken.
Oh my goodness. High off the glass, no good. Rebound. Oh, no good, but that rebound by Peyton, and she gets a jump ball. It's still gonna go to Rhode Island, but that rebound by Peyton Kennedy.
Fighting.
She was fighting. She's so mad she missed the putback, but.
I was thinking it would have been a foul. It looked like a foul there on the first attempt, but hey.
Man, 13 points for her. And it looks like the St. Louis Billikens are pressing the inbound.
Which can be a good thing.
On Rhode Island.
And it can be a bad thing.
Oh, yeah, it can. But look, they get back. They're here playing defense. Kennedy Calhoun's got to be careful. She's got 4 fouls.
Oh, my goodness.
Timeout, Tammy Reese.
I was like, listen, guys, they were packing the paint so much. I was like, get this ball to the 3-point line and end this thing, and pretty much almost end this thing.
Hey, that's going to have to be you're going to have to have some bravado to make that 3-pointer, but they got the players to do it, right?
Very true.
And here we go. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in this game. Rhode Island 62-57, LegacyMaker Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. Both coaches, Tammy Reese and Billet, look like they were on a mission there with their late. Oh, it's on the floor. And it's going to come back to St. Louis. What a hustle by Brooklyn Gray as Phillips couldn't handle that pass.
I think it was McMakin or Martinez that knocked it loose on the pass attempt.
Oh, man.
That
is big. That is big.
Watch the 3-point shot here, guys.
You're so right, Russ.
Watch.
I mean, Rob, I see that. I see a big shot coming for St. Louis here. Hyman comes back in the game.
It's McMacken time. I'm telling you. See how she gave her a thumbs up? She gave her a signal. That may have been a thumbs up, but that's something else.
I think they're all ready.
Yeah.
I mean, watch Peyton Kennedy here, too. Brooklyn Gray. Faced up. Oh, what a crossover. But she can't get it to go. Oh, and it's ripped out by Peyton Kennedy. And one. Peyton Kennedy is fired up. Dee Davis got the rebound, and she just straight cookie monstered her
that's
underneath the basket.
I'm going to go back to a point that Russ said. If somehow St. Louis gets to the final, and let's say Peyton has a great game, even if Richmond wins, she's got to be the MVP of this tournament. I mean, her play has just been extraordinary.
You're right.
And Russ said it, and he is 1,000% correct.
He is.
It's a 2-point game.
She has 16 points, 5 rebounds.
And remember, it was Martinez who got that steal.
And 2 steals.
It was Martinez who got that steal, correct?
They're all doing it. They're pressuring Dee Davis right now. There's the swing. It's inside the Maya Torre. Big girl move and a basket, and that's what you've been looking for, Rob, under the basket.
I don't know why it's so difficult. Get it into your big girl. I don't understand why they make it so difficult. They have the advantage.
Oh, Phillips with some good hands, and they'll stay here. 1 minute, 27 seconds left in this game. Rhode Island with a 4-point lead, 64-60, but we're starting to see in a lot of momentum from the St. Louis Billikens, Russ.
We are, and I mean, it's the right player doing it with Peyton Kennedy just playing the way we expect her to play. Just steal off the D.D. Davis rebound and just yanking it right out of her hand.
Here's Martinez, Julia Martinez over to Brooklyn Gray. Oh, the drive, no good. I don't like that shot there.
Like
Brooklyn cannot do that.
Yeah, she can't rush
Brooklyn
that.
cannot do that. I mean, she's had a really good game, but that is just something you cannot do.
Yeah, and you can see it in her face going back down the court.
But that's the problem. You talk about how many minutes she played. She's got to be tired.
Yeah.
She's got to be.
Here's Hyman. Excellent game herself. Oh, they're going to get her with the offensive foul. And that's big.
That's going to be free throws, guys, I believe.
I'll tell you what, that's a timeout by St. Louis, but more importantly, that's Hyman's 4th foul. She has 4 fouls. Dutat has 4 fouls. Calhoun has 4 fouls.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what I do here. Guys, call me crazy.
Okay. 50 seconds left.
50 seconds, so you have a 30-second shot clock. You trust your three-point shooters. Make the first one, miss the second, try to get the rebound. Miss the second one. Try to get the rebound. More importantly, try to get them on a foul. You know that the Lady Rams are very aggressive. Try to get them to foul you here. It's just, I just don't think they have too many possessions left. So make the first one. Try to miss the second one. Try to ricochet it enough where maybe your player can get a rebound. Where Brooklyn Gray can somehow use her size. I'm gonna look and see here how they have this position.
Yeah, it's kind of risky though. I mean, you think about it because you have to get the rebound too. Off the missed shot, and right now they're being I didn't think so because it's a change of possession, right?
Gotcha. I thought they were gonna do free throws, but this is actually better. To me, this is better because now you get an opportunity to get the 3-point shot or either get an and one. So this is better.
Oh, she looked at it. McMakin looked at that 3. Oh, she tried to pass it back in. McMakin wasn't ready for the pass. Brooklyn Gray found McMakin under the basket, and it just hit her.
I hate to say it, but Brooklyn Gray has been kind of
that one might not have been on her. That was a good pass. McMakin wasn't ready with her hands out to catch the ball. It hit her. It hit her square in the body.
I mean, I think this deep into the post, she was thinking she would just go ahead and make the shot. So for this, you're hoping that she only makes 1 or 2 for sure.
Dutat's at the line. She makes the first. Big free throw. Rhode Island up 65-60.
You got to get this in 8 seconds or less. You got to get this.
Yeah,
I'm with you. You got to go quick here.
She misses it. Rebound, Peyton Kennedy.
You gotta go.
Who else with it? Here comes Calhoun.
You got to go. You got to go. You got to go.
Brooklyn Gray.
You got to go.
Spin move, blocked. Oh, I don't know about that one.
Actually, you know what? That's not a bad foul.
You're right.
It's not a bad foul.
You're right.
Because guess what? It's a 2. At worst, it's a 2, not 3.
You're right.
So, I mean, that's not horrible.
You're right. She can live with that one. Brooklyn Gray will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's all. Oh, I thought it was
that
off.
is money. Yeah. 65-61, 4-point game.
Watch this intentional miss here. I don't think she'll do it, but if she does, just watch here.
The sophomore from Rockford, Illinois, makes both free throws.
All right, it's 30.8 seconds to go.
What a game this has been.
Honestly, at this point, guys, I'll take all my bigs out.
I understand that. No, I understand that, but I mean, listen, this has been an incredible game. Look at the balance and how many scores you have in double figures. Kyla McMakin has 13 points. She hasn't had the greatest game, but she still made some shots. You got Peyton Kennedy has 16 points and leads the St. Louis Billikens. Brooklyn Gray now in double figures with 10 points. On Rhode Island side, Hyman's had 12 points since the beginning of the 3rd quarter. She's had 12 points for the longest time. Maya Torre has 14 points, and now she leads Rhode Island. Dee Dee Davis has been 13. She's been kind of stagnant, in the second half. She's only had 2 points, and they were free throws in this half. The inbound from from Rhode Island. Dee Davis has it. That's your closer.
You don't foul her.
But they do. And they're going to send her to the line. And hopefully they didn't call that on Kennedy because that'll be her 5th foul. It's going to go against Martinez. That's very, very important because Kennedy Calhoun has 4 fouls. And look, she's talking to Coach Billett now like she was looking up at the scoreboard with us like, am I out of the game? Because remember, they both tried to foul her.
Well, this is going to have to be a 3 for the lady Billikens next possession.
Yeah, I think so too. It's time.
And then you somehow try to get the ball into one of the players who, as we see, they took the big girls out.
Oh, it's a missed free throw.
As we see, we called it, right? They took the bigs out because
they did. They did.
Now here, this is look at Coach. She just can't believe it. You definitely you hit a 3 here. You hit a 3. She's gonna make this one. You hit a 3, foul them. You have a chance.
Dee Davis does make this one.
All right, you got to hit it. You got to go.
64. Here comes Calhoun.
You got to go.
I would say find Peyton Kennedy, or there she is, Kyla McMakin. What a defense by Dee Davis. Calhoun gets it back. McMakin.
She got it.
No good.
Wow. Well, listen, guys.
And the Rams are fired up as Dee Davis.
Listen, guys.
We'll go back to the line.
If you're gonna go down swinging, you go down with one of your better players in your program's history, who led you to a championship last year. All right. I understand that some people will say, "Oh, it's not a great shot." Listen, you go down with one of your better players you've ever had
I agree
in
with
this
you.
program.
I agree with you. Kyla McMakin, she's the one, right? We know that she hits big shots. Between her and Peyton Kennedy, I'm not mad at either one of them taking the shot because Kyla does this. And, she's the only player in NCAA to have 1,000 points with 2 different teams.
Yeah. And to lead them, and she led both teams in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is huge. But listen, this game's still not over. You need to get down here within 5 seconds. You need to put something up and maybe try to get a steal. We saw yesterday a bad possession by Mason. So, I mean, who knows?
And Martinez calls the timeout for St. Louis after the second make. As she was putting the shot up, she leaned over at the ref and said, miss or make, we win a timeout. 8 seconds left. Rhode Island looks like they may hang on to go to the final to play the University of Richmond Spiders in the A-10 final tomorrow.
Oh, man. It's a battle, but if we're going to preview it, guys, just a little bit, I really think Richmond still has the advantage because, again, it doesn't really matter who you beat in this conference until you play Richmond. I mean, think about it. They won first game by what? Almost, 26 points? Not 26. They won, 70 to 54? They won today by, 14? If they win by 12 tomorrow, it's the,
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a battle. Beating that Spiders team is a tall task. But I'll tell you what, tall is what Rhode Island is, right? Like,
yeah.
And their bigs didn't play like we wanted to see them play, like we know they could play, right? So, but that matchup seems like it's going to be a fight because you got Dee Davis didn't play her best game in the second half, right? She had 11. She now has 16. And
problem is
they're still getting away with the win here, unless something catastrophic happens.
Problem is, guys, is that she got it.
No good.
Thought she got it. But
Rebound, Dee Davis, and that's going to all but do it with 1.7 seconds left. Rhode Island, 68-62. All right. And, oh, man, Dee Davis, I'll tell you what, she may not have went off in scoring, but she has 9 rebounds in this game. And this is the 3rd game in a row in this tournament that we've seen her close it out with a double-double for her team.
But can we also say something else? They made this harder than it had to have been.
Oh, yeah, I mean, credit to the St. Louis Billikens who fought back in there. But, Tammy Reese knows that this team could have played better in the second half.
And then the injuries, I mean, come on now. The injuries are just, injuries, the injury to Shriver and the
Yeah,
emotional.
Shavers was hurt.
Shavers. I'm sorry about that. Shavers. You know, that was just an emotional scene for this team. Not making excuses, but
Yeah.
you know, that was critical.
And the Rhode Island Rams knock off the defending A-10 champions, St. Louis Billikens, 68-62, as they will go on to the A-10 finals tomorrow to face the number 1 University of Richmond Spiders.
Yeah, that was a hard-fought game.
It was.
St. Louis was trying to battle back, but just the lack of size was evident, and it was very apparent that was what the weakness was for St. Louis. They could not compete with them down low.
Yeah.
And it was very evident, and they couldn't figure out an answer for it. They got some streaks there, here and there, and it's just the persistent dominance of them down low on the boards, the points in the paint, the points off turnovers. It was too much for them.
I promised you guys a slugfest, didn't I?
16 points from D.D. Davis, 14 from Maya Torre, 9 points for Phillips. That 9 points all from 3-point field goals. So those are big shots. They only hit 5 3-pointers in the game. 3 came from Phillips. Dutot had 2. DeBrois had 8 and played, a hard 30 minutes. I think we had 12 from Hyman. Really balanced scoring attack from Rhode Island. Tammy Reese is fired up.
Oh, yes, she is. She's always fired up.
I look at the commish standing up, and McGlade said, "Well, we'll be back tomorrow."
We sure will. We sure will.
And oh man, so I'll tell you what, we were trying to figure out if we could have a Spiders-Rams final, and we do have a Spiders-Rams final, just not the one that we thought. And here we go. Hey. Congratulations,
Good
hey.
game. Congratulations.
Hey. Headset? Somebody supplier. Dee, welcome back.
Don't make me cry.
Congratulations on the win.
Oh my God.
You are headed for a chance to be crowned champion tomorrow. How you feel?
That's what, when the year started, that's what they picked us to do. So just shout out to the league for believing we can do it. Obviously, we've had a roller coaster season, and that's unfortunate, but guess what? It's March. So we don't care.
It's March, and you're still dancing.
Yes, we are.
What I wanted to ask you about is that, this was a hard-fought game. You guys are up by 16. You take St. Louis's best shot, coming back. They closed the gap. It's a tight game down the stretch, but you guys found a way to get done. Defensively, you kept them off. What's the mentality going into the final minutes, knowing that they were making their run?
Yeah, they're a great team. That's what they do. We played them twice. We won at their house. Mm-hmm. They won at ours, and the same thing happened in that second game. We had a lead going into half, I think maybe 10-plus points, maybe 15 points. They came back and they won. So we knew, they're not gonna go out without a fight ever. They're such a great team. They're so gritty. They're scrappy. They play hard. So we knew they were gonna come out and give us their best shot, but we persevered and we got it done. So shout out to my team.
Yeah, absolutely.
DD Robb Johnson, LegacyMaker Sports Network. How you doing? Just a great game. Even though they were coming back, you guys kept fighting and fighting. What has to go into tomorrow that you guys did today to win the A-10 Women's Championship for the first time in program history?
The same mindset of, listen, we have nothing to lose. We came in here thinking, listen, we're going to play our tails off. We're going to hang our hat on our defense, like I told you guys yesterday, and we're going to live with the results. We know as long as we play hard, we play defense, and we rebound, we'll be fine. We'll be fine with the result. But if we don't do those things, then we have some things to talk about. But tomorrow, in order to get it done, we have to – Richmond is a great team. God bless them. But we've got to play defense. We've got to sit down in the stance, play defense, and finish every play with a rebound.
Okay, one more.
Didi, one last question. What do you think you yourself have to do to come back tomorrow to be in contention for this game tomorrow? Because you've had your good performances so far tonight. A little bit lower point total, of course, but still a very effective game for yourself.
I've got to do whatever the coaching staff need me to do. Whatever they drop on the board, I'm doing it. It's done. You don't even gotta worry about it. I'll get it done. So, like I said, St. Louis, they were extremely gritty. They stopped me from getting to my spots and whatnot, but I hung my hat on my defense and relying on my teammates. So we've got to rely on each other tomorrow, and we'll get it done.
You were great on the boards tonight. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
Not a problem.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good one. Be good.
Thank you so much. God bless.
And that was Didi Davis wrapping it up. And you was like, well, where does voice come from? That's Darrell Lawrence, LegacyMaker. And we're finishing off here. Thank you all for tuning in to the broadcast. Thank you to Rhode Island for letting Didi come over to talk to us before we end this one. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a championship. The number 1 seed Richmond Spiders will take on the number 6 seed Rhode Island Rams from the Henrico Sports Event Center here in Henrico, Virginia. I'm Darrell Lawrence. You had Robb Johnson, Russ Taliaferro, and Lamonte Thomas on the broadcast. It'll be me, Russ, and Lamonte tomorrow to bring you the championship game. Until then, we'll see you then.